Ready, ready. 30 base.
Hey, pick your game up.
Shoot.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Manziel. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Manziel. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 33.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Come on,
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
Manziel got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Come get some. Come on. Move. Here,
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch. Check it out, please. Alert. Lucky. 6 guys. Ran. Watch the edge.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Hey, ball. Slam. Check three.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Let's get it. Get in the weight room. Big ass. Alert. Check. He's coming. Double up.
Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the whip. He's crashing. He's jumping.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch gears. Set. Out.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know. Check.
Greystone, cabin.
25. Check 25. Kill.
Tight dog. Alert.
Switch.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 55. Here we go.
Ran, go.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Come on, 180.
55.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Check. Jumper. Check safety.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16.
Nathan.
Check 4. Check.
Watch the safety creep. Shit.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Alert. Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Check 15. Check 15.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Under 10. 10. Hey, 18.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Check 31. Check 31. You gonna take. You got take. Bravo. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Blue. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky.
No,
and
sir.
My goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Got it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where we're going to be and what do we need to get. And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. This is caught inside the 15. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Sweet bitches. Slash critical sweet bitches. But not me. But not D.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check 52. Check 24. Check 24.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, 18. Check.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
I'm going to come back to you. Watch twin.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. Check 99. Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch twin.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, it's Fournette. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
On the ready.
Bring it. Bring it. Double time.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
6-6, bullet high. Check 49.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Kill. Turn up.
Alert. Slam. Alert.
Hey, watch it. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check nickel. Kill. Check 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fournette, a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2nd and 10 at the 38.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Fournette. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally when you have...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Show it up. Show it up. Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's checking crack. Hey, switch gears. Safe.
Here's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calais Campbell on the stop. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Being chased out left. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether we're...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Ready.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, I said that.
Here's Manziel. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now what can Trubisky do here in overtime? Gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. 7 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Montgomery. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Lock in. Let's make these babies cry. Hey, foxtrot. Alert.
On third down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Second down now. It's Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Chicago.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.